ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad-Bhagavad-Gita, chapter 8, entitled Attaining the Supreme. Text number 6. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tajantam antikalevaram tam tam eveti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Word to word meaning: yam yam, whatever, va, either, api, also, smaran, remembering, bhavam, nature, Tejati, given, give up, ante, at the end, kalevaram, this body, tam tam, similar, eva, certainly, iti, eti, gets, kaunteya, ocean of Kunti, sada, always, tat, that, bhava, state of being, bhavitaha, remembering. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Translation: whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. Translation with the repetition: whatever state of being one remembers when he quits this body, that state he will attain without fail. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The process of changing one's nature at the critical moment of death is here explained. How can one die in a proper state of mind? Maharaj Bharata thought of a deer at the time of death, and so was transferred to that form of life. However, as a deer, Maharaj Bharata could remember his past activities. Of course, the cumulative effect of the thoughts and actions of one's life influences one's thoughts at the moment of death. Therefore, the actions of this life determine one's future state of being. If one is transcendently absorbed in Krishna's service, then his next body will be transcendental, spiritual, not physical. Therefore, the chanting of Hare Krishna is the best process for successfully changing one's state of being to transcendental life. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of this verse. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmitam Ena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatire Satarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashati Gaura Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. One of the important verses of Bhagavad Gita: Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tajante kalevaram tam tam eveti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. So, this is one of the important verses of Bhagavad Gita. It explains how one should die. Taking birth is not so important. Dying is important. That is what this verse explains. So Prabhupada says, dying is an art. Taking birth is not so important than the dying. So why is like that said? Hare Krishna. So why it is said like that? Because at the time of the death, whatever the person consciousness, that is going to determine what would be the next birth. So at the time of the death, I'm thinking about, say for somebody, throughout the life, his practices surfing. You know, all of you surfing, people go to the ocean and some kind of, they stand on that and they, ocean waves, they will play around. And that person is too much fond of surfing in ocean waves. That is his hobby. So that is like a foremost thing in his life. So at the time of death, he will be thinking about his hobby, whatever he likes, the strong most desire. And the person is thinking about surfing in the ocean. At the time that he is thinking about that, next life he will get a body of fish. So Krishna will say, why you are surfing few hours? 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. No, you surf whole life inside the water. Better to surf, do the surfing whole life in the water. So at the time of death, that's why it's important. Vedic literature explains like Ante Narayana Smriti. Ante Narayana Smriti. Vedic literature says at the time of death, one should remember Krishna, Narayana. So at the time of death, that is going to determine our next future. So, like Prabhupada says, at the time of death, we can remember Krishna. When we can remember Krishna? When we have practiced throughout the life. Throughout the life, I have practiced something else. I have practiced maybe kite flying. I am flying the kite throughout the life. So at the time of that, what I will thinking? Flying only. Then I will become bird. Fly nicely. So that is the laws of nature. Prakriti ke niyam. The laws of nature are so stringent, so strong. Nobody can surpass those laws. Like person say, no, I'm such a very scholar person. I'm a very powerful person in this world. Maybe one of the president of the powerful country. I can take over other country somehow or other for my benefit. And he will be thinking like that. But laws of nature, immediately the person, he say, I will never die. I will take some medicine, some kind of arrangement I will do. But laws of nature will not allow the person to do that. Impossible. Person say, I will not become old. No, the laws of nature are so strong, person will become old one day. He has to become old. He cannot say, I don't care for all this thing. So that Krishna is explaining in this verse. The translation goes like this. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. So, beautiful example is given in Srimad-Bhagavatam. Sri Krishna Rukmini Satyabhama ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. Yeah. So, as we know that example from Srimad-Bhagavatam, there was a king named as a Bharat Maharaj. So he was ruling the entire globe. So that in the name, from the name of Bharat Maharaj, this entire planet was known as a Bharatvarsha. So Bharatvarsha or India now is restricted to that particular geography. No, that was not India, that was not the Bharat. Entire globe, entire earth planet was known as a Bharatvarsha. He was such a pious king, such a powerful king. He was ruling the entire earth planet. So that powerful king, he was having such a opulence, ruling across the globe, and then he left everything. He left behind his his kingdom, his wife, his children, his opulence, everything at very youth. And he started to practice the process of self-realization, how I can attain the God. So he left everything, kingdom, wife, children, everyone, and he went to the jungle or maybe forest, and there he started doing the process of, following the process of Ashtanga Yoga. So process of Ashtanga Yoga, as you say, there are eightfold process. In that process, there are eightfold steps are there. So like he started one by one practicing this is different element, different anga of eightfold, this Ashtanga Yoga. So while he was doing, like in that he used to do like a meditation, he used to do like a certain thing he has to avoid, certain thing he has to take up in daily life. So he was busy. Once what happened, once he had gone to the bank of one river in a jungle, he wanted to collect some water for his worship in the jungle. So he saw that then there one deer, female deer, she was pregnant and it was drinking water from the river. So suddenly one lion attacked on the female deer. So because of fear, out of fear to save the life, she immediately jumped from the river, one bank of the river to the next side. And then due to this fear, that female deer, she delivered one small, like infant baby. So baby deer. So and then suddenly she ran away. Then Bharat Maharaj, he saw that a small baby just delivered small baby deer. So in order to protect the Kshatriya, because he was the king means the Kshatriya, he has to give protection to everyone, even though he has left his kingdom. But somebody innocent, somebody's life at the danger, this is the, like Manu Samhita explains, the one should protect that living entity. So he brought that small baby deer in his hermitage, in his cottage. And he start giving whatever green grass, water pot he kept. Like this, he started caring for this baby deer. So slowly he was doing his meditation, he was doing his whatever dhyan, dharana, this process, Ashtanga Yoga process was following. And along with that, he was taking care of small baby deer. And as you know that, like any baby, they are very cute. By nature, they are very cute. Even though any baby, human being or any living entity, Lord has made such baby, infant, very small baby, so cute. So they will get the attention of everyone. If you get the attention of everyone, they will be taken care well, right? They will taken care well. Suppose no attention, then who will care for? Simply crying, right? So the infant, then this gradually he was playing around small deer, and the small deer was sitting on the chest, licking his cheeks, and like this, he was bathing like this. Gradually he became attached to this deer. And day and night he's thinking about this deer. So, but he has left his kingdom, everything. He became detached from all the worldly activity, worldly objects, and came to the jungle to attain the God, Krishna. But rather than doing that, he got attached to the small baby deer. So his process became incomplete. Once the deer, little grown up, few months, that it walked around some jungle bushes and disappeared. So the deer got disappeared. Then Bharat Maharaj became mad after the deer, because day and night he was playing around like kids, small kid. And then in his mind, does day and night thinking about, oh, where deer has gone, he would have gone this direction, maybe would have killed by tiger. like this, he was constantly meditating on deer. And because of this, he is not able to find the baby deer. He became too much perturbed. He became too much like worried about that deer. And because of this intense, acute, this intense separation from the deer, he died. Because of people happen in the world, in this world. People are too much attached to somebody. That person passes away, he gets shock. He gets shock, and because of this shock, he also loses his life. So Bharat Maharaj, at the time of death, he was thinking about the deer. And as the laws of nature, as this Prakriti's law are so strong that at the time of that he was thinking about the deer, next life he got a body of deer. So the lesson for us, we should be preparing ourselves for the death, not for the birth. Birthday, so much preparation is there. As soon as we take a birth, then all around everyone will be laughing, enjoying, clapping, birthday, happy birthday, like this. So much celebration for birth. Birth time, so much celebration is there. But death time, there is no celebration. Actually, should be ulta. It should be reverse. At the time of death, we should be happily send that soul. It should go to the next level. As we know that 84 lakhs species are there, as 84 lakhs bodies are there. So like trees and plants body, then like animal body, like this, beast, bird and beast body, then like animal, then furthermore goes to the, from aquatics to the upper is a human body. So this layer, different bodies based on their consciousness. So like naturally, any animal dies, it takes the next promotion. Is a natural, is given by the Lord. Human being, among all 84 lakhs, the 4 lakh species are the human being. So human being, they have to prepare for themselves for the next life. Like dog. Dog need not prepare himself for the next higher body. By default, he will get the higher body by default. That is the gift of the Lord. Or any bird or beast or any like cockroach or anyone. So by default, they will get progress to the next level. But human being is not like that. Because human being, they got the concept of karma. You do whatever activity you are doing, your activity will define you, determine your the next body. So that's why in today's verse is very nicely explained, at the time of death, whatever you're thinking, whatever is your consciousness, that kind of body we are going to get next life. So this verse also says there is a next life. This verse also proves that there is a next life. People say there is a no life, no on the, well, this life is all in all. There is a no next life, no birth, rebirth. So, as small question, sometimes some baby are born, they will be having some defect in a body. Maybe some one eye is not there, one hand is not there, like liver is not functioning properly. So baby is born with one eye. So baby, just now baby is born. What kind of, he has not done any bad thing, right? Just baby born. And he has not done any wrong thing. Baby cannot do anything, small baby. So what kind of karma is there on that baby? That means something bad he's carrying forward from the previous life. Right? So that's what Krishna explains here. Whatever we are seeing as of now, whatever current status is there is because of previous history. So we have to change our history. When we change our history, we will change our past, then we can change our present. So it's our duty, all of us duty. Now we have to prepare ourselves for the death. There is a preparation for the death. Okay. So preparation for the death, what is a preparation? Now why preparation is required? So that at the time of death, I should remember the Lord and get the higher body. Rather, if we thinking about something else very materially, we'll get degraded. On the human platform, you have opportunity to upgrade ourselves or downgrade ourselves. You can become liberated, or you can be degraded. So this the junction, this human form, the purpose of the human form to get freed from the cycle of birth and death. This is the only one junction for the human being. They have the choice, they have the opportunity to get rid of all the miseries of this world by the process of bhakti yoga, as explained by Krishna, the different process. Like Bharat Maharaj, he followed Ashtanga yoga, but Ashtanga yoga, he could not get success in Ashtanga yoga. So there are chances of not able to complete the process of Ashtanga yoga, and Ashtanga yoga process is not so powerful process, and it's mechanical process. Mechanical, you have to sit down certain height, sit on the deer skin, and little elevated asana should be there. Then certain thing you have to avoid, certain thing you should accept. Then dhyan, dharana, like this, complete meditation on that. So this is a mechanical process. Mechanically you are trying to control the mind, control the senses. Okay. So this process of Ashtanga yoga is a mechanical process. Rather, Bhakti yoga process is very, very natural process. Natural, why is it natural? That bhakti for the Lord, like love for the Lord, everyone has a love for the God, love for Krishna. But currently it is covered. Currently it is covered by material layers. So, by the process of Bhakti Yoga, by chanting every day Hare Krishna mantra and worshipping the Lord at home, offering Naivedyam to the Lord, by this process we are constantly engaged in a service of the Lord. When we do service to the Lord, then we are remembering the Lord. Suppose you are doing chanting. Chanting means remembering the Lord. You are offering Naivedyam to the Lord. You are seeing the Lord, and offering is for the Lord, is for you. That means your consciousness is for Lord. In your consciousness, Lord is there, Krishna is there. So in our consciousness, Krishna is there. So when we practice this principle of Bhakti Yoga throughout the life, then at the time of the death, there are chance of remembering Krishna. So we have to prepare for that examination. There's a final examination, and that is going to determine whether you are going to get the higher body or you're going to become degraded in other form. So that's why Krishna is explaining here this, at the time of death, we should remember Krishna. Srimad-Bhagavatam also explains, like Ante Narayana Smriti. At the time of death, one should remember Narayana. Sorry. As we know that from Srimad-Bhagavatam, one more incident in Srimad-Bhagavatam about Ajamila. Ajamila was the person, later he became very sinful, impious person. But beginning of the life, he was serving, he was assisting his father to serve the Lord. So, like once what happened, this Ajamila, he went to the forest to get some flowers, some fruits for his father. And father supposed to offer to Krishna, to Narayana. So, that once he had gone to the forest, that time he saw that some like unusual activities, like some kind of very degraded people, like aborigine, or maybe some people, they are residing in a jungle, they are not so educated. Like they don't follow any culture, any proper etiquettes. So one male and female in a jungle, they were embarrassing each other. So by seeing this activity, this Ajamila got agitated, that kind of thought. And due to this, he became like overwhelmed by this agitation, and he started doing all this nonsense activity. Finally, he got married with the same lady, and she was prostitute, and he begat so many children. And he started doing all bad activity, looting, raping, murdering, so all sort of activity he did throughout the life. But at the time of death, he was on the deathbed. So he has done whole life pap karma, impious activities, sinful activities he has done. So at the time of death, then this Yamaduta approached to take the soul to the narka, to the hell, for the punishment. At the same time, Vishnu Duta also approached on the deathbed, near that bed where he was about to die. So this Yamaduta as well as Vishnu Duta were there. Yamaduta, they are representative of Yamaraja. Yamaraja who punishes each person for his pap karma in hell. Vishnu Duta, they are representative of Lord Vishnu. They come to take the soul to the spiritual world, Vaikuntham. So this fellow, whole life he has done pap karma. Why Vishnu Duta came? So that Srila Prabhupada explains, in the beginning of the life, he was serving Krishna. He was assisting his father in a worship of the Lord. So this way, like like by the arrangement of the Lord, because beginning of his life, he has served his father, he has indirectly has served Krishna. Then at the time of that, like when he begat the children, the 10th son name was Narayana. Luckily, he called that his son, loving son, 10th last son, Narayana, please save me. So Narayana, the name, the holy name of the Lord is so powerful. Immediately Lord sent his representative Vishnu Duta. Vishnu Duta came and rescued him from the hand of Yamaduta. So with this incident we can understand devotee, they prepare for themselves at the time of death. So whole life is a preparation for the death. So we should prepare for the death. So with this we'll end here. Srimad-Bhagavad-Gita ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitaya Gaur Parimanande, Hari Hari Bol.